All right. Don't mind me, guys. I'm still setting things up. I just wanted to get this live started. I haven't done this in a while. We're just going to do this. Okay. Give people some time to join here. It's currently 4:23. Give people a few minutes here. As soon as I walk away to see if I can open a door, somebody's going to join and want to say something. Not any cooler outside than it is in here. Yep, I figured. As soon as I walk away for 4 seconds, there's people joining. How you doing, everybody? Hey, Mike. Hey, Blake. Hey, Dakota. Long time no smell. Yeah, screw you too there, bud. We beat you in Uno. Hell yeah. Tractor Channel, how you doing? Blake the Collector, I hear you're working on that 140. I've seen some of your posts. Now, I know for a fact there's more than one person in here, but YouTube seems to think there's one person in here. Unless everybody left. Y'all keep stacking it. Yeah, Hey, Blake the Collector. I'm doing mine too. Yeah, we left work. Just kidding. Yeah. We left. YouTube is just, yeah. It's amazing. Still says one person, and I've gotten comments from 3 different people. So, isn't YouTube amazing? Oh, now it says 4 people. Now we're getting somewhere. It's 1:40 restoration time. I've made it. Actually got notified about the live. Hey, that's pretty cool. Yep. Everybody, everybody always says that YouTube isn't giving them notifications or having issues, and yeah. YouTube just gained the brain cell. Maybe. That's a good possibility. Says 4 people here, 1 like. Who knows if it's accurate on either one. But that ain't possible. Yeah. He's probably right there, Dakota. He's got you. YouTube's not that. Yeah. YouTube can't do that because they ain't smart enough. Okay. Oof. Trip and fall, trip and fall. All right. I ain't done a live in a while, so I figured I'd kind of do a live and give y'all a little bit of an update on what's happening. Yesterday, I tossed this up on trail. Oh, Biden moment. Wowzers. Tossed this up on the trailer yesterday and got it pressure washed the heck off this morning. Got the wheels all off. Did that yesterday. Front wheels today. Oh, there's probably 8 people here. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. We're up to 5 according to the thing. Met one of your friends at 2-cylinder expo. You did? Who'd you meet? I was just watching your regular eater replacement video. Sweet, thanks for the views. So I was working on this morning. You met Steve. Oh, that's sweet. I hung out with Steve Saturday. Good guy. This is super rough on this side. I hate the way the primer I bought turned out. It was actually garbage, and I don't like the color of this paint either. So, for those of you painting a patio, I see a video that I'm filming for this. But for those of you who need it now, if you're using rattle cans to paint a patio, the correct exact color is Rust-Oleum Gloss Almond. That matches exactly, well, as close to exactly as you can get for the white. Final color needs to be red. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one yet. I just bought a brand new orange hood, and I got an orange seat, but I wanted to do that orange for 110. I got yellow. Red's the only color I don't have yet, so I'm not going to do this one red. I want to do a red 120. So this one will either be yellow or orange. I'm leaning toward yellow more. Did you buy the orange hood up in Akron? Yes, I did. Were you the next guy in line? For $100? Yeah, I saw that. I got in there and talked to the guy, and he said it was in the box in the plastic sleeve, but he didn't think they were worth anything, so he threw them away. I really like the yellow 140 and 120s, so I think I'm going to go yellow with this one and red with a 120. Of course, I got the blue 112 back here, so that leaves orange for a 110. So now I've got 2 blue hoods, 2 blue seats, 2 orange hoods, 2 orange seats, and a yellow hood and seat. I don't have any red yet. Of course, one of my orange hoods is painted red, but that'll have to be fixed eventually. I really like all the patio colors, but I think blue and yellow are my favorites. The 400's over here acting as a ferry driver for the 140 right now. I think your patio looks better than mine. Well, it's further along than yours, but if you look at it close, it looks like crap. I need to do more painting on it. It's gonna look nice. It'll look hopefully brand new when I'm done with it. I'm going to use that white as the primer instead of the primer that's under that, because the primer that's under that's garbage. But if you like that color white, I have like 4 cases of it that I'm not going to use. Well, I'll use it for something, but I'm not going to use on this tractor. They're like M&Ms. I like them all. Yep. That's a pretty accurate statement, I have to say. Just sand the primer a little. Yeah, I'm going to be sanding a lot. I'm going to, now that it's pressure washed and clean-ish, I am going to take the palm sander and sand the shit out of this thing. Probably go 500 or 600 or something, and then bump it up maybe 800, 1,000, something, for a real smooth glass finish. And then I'm going to paint it again, the correct color white, and then it'll obviously get clear coated at the end. Yep, I agree with everything there in the comments that I can see. I just got this. I don't know if anybody noticed that. Patio looks a lot less rusty now. 120 grit works wonders. Yeah, it does actually. That'll do the trick. That poor tractor, somebody was going to put some work into it, but then Steve just left it sit outside as a parts tractor. Just watch how much he sands the primer. Don't want it to get too smooth because the paint won't stick to it. Yeah. I'm going to make her nice and smooth when it's done. But yeah, both these 140s came from Steve. Yeah, Steve had this 140 and the one you got in his parts row. I bought them both. He also had John's tagless 71 140 in his parts row. That H3, his first 140 John got. I got that and these 2 patios out of the parts row. And then I also got my 112 hydraulic lift patio from Steve. I got another 140 that was orange, a 69 that I already sold. I got that from Steve. I got a 69 110 hydraulic from Steve, and I already sold that also. I just have, oh, come back. Hey, come back. I'm gonna have to have a word with him. Just have my first 110 bought, but got the JD Bug this year. Mine needs total paint job, gone through. Well, that's the fun of them. Gotcha. Getting an engine for my wheel horse. Got, hey, come back. Out, wet sand, smooth, orange. Nice. Dang, autocorrect. Yeah, I know autocorrect is just a royal pain in everyone's butt. I always look kind of like a special kid because autocorrect makes things fork up, and yeah, I don't catch it in time. Something tells me Steve has a few tractors. Well, I'm not going to say yay or nay, but you probably saw his trailer load of tractors there at the show. I like his stuff. He's got some nice things. Steve's load was the one on the triaxle aluminum trailer that had 110 and 12 hydraulic patios, or one of them was manual maybe. I don't know. 120, the Navy 140, all of them with attachments. Yeah. Steve's a good guy. I'm going to be going up there again to his house here in a couple weeks. Got a few. Yeah. I'm supposed to be buying a 3-bottom plow up in Michigan for $90. And guy won't respond to me to come get it yet, though. He said he's on vacation, so I'm going to give him some time. And then I figured, well, I'm out and about, I'm going to hit up Steve and go check his collection out again. He's been telling me I ought to come up there and look again. Just shared the link. Okay. Oh, another comment. Why aren't you doing what you're supposed to, YouTube? I heard he's making a display like an old deer dealer. He is. He is making a really nice, kind of a private museum. He's not letting the public in, but he's making a pretty cool thing. He's got a lot of stuff for me so far. 3-bottom for that sweet deal. Yep. That's the pull with my oil filters. I don't know if you guys can see. Where's the dang old flash? How do I turn on the flash on this thing? Well, help me understand. There it is. Okay. You guys see how it's yellow? It says John Deere Lawn and Garden on it, is what it actually says. If you ever come across one of those, don't throw it away. Those are the original filters. There's actually one. I'm going to trip over everything. Did I turn on the flash? I did. There's one up under this 140 or 120. If you ever run across one of those, don't throw it out. Steve wants one of those for his collection, just as a display piece. I mean, clearly he's not going to use it, but brother got a 3-bottom for the 60. Old girl was loving it. Well, here we got a lot of clay, so 3-bottom for a 60 would be just a little bit. That'd put a load on her. I don't know if she'd do it. But yeah, I've been looking for one for quite a while because I wanted a 3-bottom for my 70, and it wouldn't surprise me if he's got several of them heavy-duty air cleaners. I ain't never asked him though. Oh, power block. Surprised she's got the traction? No. We got lots of clay up here though. When I do this 40, I got an hour meter I'm going to put on it. This is a bunch of stuff for the 212 I've pressure washed. Got a rear linkage I need to paint, front linkage I need to paint. I need to dismount them tires off them rims. And these I'm going to paint. I'm going to use those tires. They're good tires. I don't know how good the video quality is or is not. Don't mind the mess over here. I'm going to put this on the 140 also. It's one of these hour meters. Got 1647.0 hours on it. And this is the engine I plan to use in it. Got the weights in here too. Got a bunch of stuff washed off today while I was at it. Hook's pretty good. I'm going to hook it to the sled eventually. Did you get that air meter at the expo? No, I didn't. That one is used off of a 140 I bought just for that hour meter. Down in, I think I got that over in Drumsville, if I remember right. But I don't remember. Been a year and a half ago. I bought the tractor for the hour meter, kept that. And then John wanted the tractor for the engine and for parts for one of his 140s, so I sold it to him. And he parted out. It was in pretty rough shape. I did buy one of the hour meters at the expo, the new ones, but I think I'm going to buy another one from that guy too, the new ones. I bought that one for this 120 patio over here. That way I could put, when I rebuild this one and redo it, I'd put one of those on it. But I think I'm also going to get one and put it on the 71 120 when I redo it. But we'll see. I'll decide when the time comes what I want to do. Wonder how good quality those air meters are. Also bought one at the good quality. They're from Evergreen Restoration, and they have pretty good stuff. We've been using some of their gauges and stuff in the big tractors. If you haven't seen the video on this tractor, go check it out. I'm just gonna leave that here, but it was definitely interesting. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna take the transmission apart eventually and find out what happened in it, but it's not on the project list just yet. So tell me, guys, how good a quality is the video currently? Is it pretty decent, or is it trash? I don't know how grainy it is or is not. It's probably better when I have the camera still like this. That's why I try and keep it still mostly. But let me know how it is when I'm moving around too. Pretty blurry, but it's fine. It was a little blurry when you moved around. Okay, that's what I figured. I try and stay still, but got to move around a little bit. Better now. Perfect. I'll try and keep in a stand and just move it around the shop occasionally here a little bit. 212 is in the process of being painted. Almost everything is painted on it. I still got to do what's on the Craftsman there and then clear coat. But I still haven't heard anything from the machine shop about the engine, and I took it in probably 2 months ago. So it ought to be done any time. He told me it'd be a month till he got to it, and it usually doesn't take this long for him to do it. But I'm not going to call and bother him. Getting between 360 and 720 on my end. Okay. Well, that's not great, but could be worse. You were in a metal barn as well, so that don't help. Yeah, it doesn't help at all, but I actually don't have horrible signal in here. I got full bars of 4G in here. Do you have an extra 140 upright exhaust exit? I don't think I do, because I think those are the extras I had, and this tractor didn't have them, so I needed to use those for this one, because I had parted out a 120. John might have one, but I doubt he'd get rid of it. He's pretty stingy. He doesn't want to get rid of nothing. I might. I really don't think I do. I'd check with John. I know John has one, but it'll be the problem will be getting him to get rid of it because he's a hoarder, which I guess is kind of good sometimes. hoarding the tractor parts, because then you ain't never got to go get them. But I like to have less clutter. Might need it in 15 years or so, don't get rid of it. Yeah, just as bad as the people out here with the car rotted halfway into the ground or the tractor. Oh no, I won't sell it, I'm going to restore it someday. Well, it's already been there for 40 years. How'd that work out so far? Oh, I just haven't had time. Yeah, well, Oh well, can't fix stupid. I don't blame him for wanting to keep stuff. I hate to get rid of things too, but I hate having clutter. This barn is a cluster right now, and I hate it, but it's because it's restoration season. And I have this out in the middle. I got the Craftsman out in the middle. I got 212 over on the other side. I got things everywhere. Right now it's a mess. I need to get rid of several more tractors so I have more room, but I like keeping tractors and not getting rid of them, so hard to make the decision to send them down the road. Where am I located? Looking for a mowing deck with hardware and possibly a plow setup. I am in Ohio. But what are you looking for it for? What model tractor? I got lots of mower decks. But if you're looking for a snowplow, I don't have one that I want to get rid of right now. I think I've only got 4 for the 110, 112. But I only have the 1 for the hydros. Anybody got questions? You know, I really don't like these sickle bars. Well, this one sickle bar. I bought this Gravely sickle bar. It's sitting over here. Guy told me, works, nothing's wrong with it. Okay, whatever. Well, everything's wrong with it. It's worse than the one I was trying to replace. So, either he's dumb or he lied, which both makes me irritated. In Texas, just have 110. Oh, yeah, that's a bit of a drive to get a mower deck. But I got lots of mower decks. Had a feeling you were in PA or close to it. How do you sand the underneath of your tractor when you do a restoration? I usually don't. I don't really do good restorations on most of these because I'm going to take them out and use them. I don't want to spend a ton of time and money on something I'm going to scratch up. So most of the time when I do these, I will take it apart this far or further with a sander, Blake. Yeah, I like that one. I'll take it apart a bit and I just pressure wash the snot out of it. Pressure wash it right side up, turn it over, pressure wash it upside down, on its sides, every which way. Get every bit of dirt off of it. And then usually I only sand real good the tin work, stuff you're going to see basically. And then as long as there's no dirt, I'm not too worried about sanding what you're not going to see. Who would have thought? I don't know. Apparently not you. But yeah. So like this, I'll sand the frame and side and all this stuff. Some of the frame that you won't see, I won't bother. But I'm lazy, so that's why. Technically the correct way to do it, and I sandblasted this tractor last year before I primed it, but it's a pain in the butt to get sandblaster in everywhere. But the correct way would be to sandblast it. Then you got to blow it all out, clean it up. Can't pressure wash it after you sandblast it, so I would pressure wash it, then sandblast it once it's dried, and then prime it. But I don't do that with most of mine because I'm going to use them and they're going to get scratched up anyway and dirty. Yep. Like my 112 over in the shop that I'm redoing, I had every single nut, bolt, washer, piece off of it, out of it. I even took the tag off of it. Sandblasted the whole thing, primed the whole thing, painted the whole thing. It's going back together now. But that's so time consuming. It takes so long It's expensive. The sand is expensive, and extra stuff. And, you know, it's not one I'm going to use, but when you're going to just take it right back out and use something, it's not worth it. You guys have probably seen the pictures of my 74 140 that I redid 2 summers ago. Right now it looks like crap because it's all so there's no point in putting something that sat there before leaked up, but I didn't even take the platform off of that one to paint it. If you've seen those videos, you know. Yeah, problem with me is take it apart and then I don't do anything with it for a while. Then I forget how it goes together. Well, I don't usually forget how it goes together. I'm usually pretty good at guessing how it goes back together. But I take it apart and don't do anything with it for a while. I think, oh, I'll mess with it next year. That's how that 112 side tag over there I'm doing went. I took it apart probably 5 years ago. And just last year I started going back together and painted it. And what a process. So now I try and do them in 1 year. I take them apart in the spring, get them all cleaned up, painted. I already have the engine sent out by the time I take them apart if I'm smart. And I get them done in 1 summer when I'm doing a full restore on a tractor that's complete and together. This was a parts tractor when I got it, so it's taken a little longer, and it was not first fiddle last year. 216 was. But, yeah. Clark, hey y'all, how are you doing? Yeah, but I forget what bolts go where. That I do. Yep. I completely forget. That or I forget where I put the bolts. Anymore, what I'll do is take the paint caps from the cans and I'll put hardware in them and write on the can cap what the hardware is for and just leave them on the desk. Because otherwise I do forget where the heck all the hardware goes. I'll lose all the hardware. Yep, I do that too. I always lose at least some hardware. Even putting it all in paint caps, I lose some somewhere, and I don't know how, but I do. If I guess how it goes together, the engine would probably spin backwards. Well, I'd hope not, but I mean, sure. Have any of you guys ever had a John Deere 70 garden tractor? Nope. Those are just little suckers. I got a 70 farm tractor. Does that count? Blake, they turn into Detroits. Ooh, snap. Yes. What does it cost you to do engine rebuild? Do you have it all machined? Yes. So when I do an engine rebuild, I'm not one of those idiots that just puts rings in it and says it's rebuilt. I rebuild the whole thing. My machine shop bill is usually about $400, and I have them turn the crank down 10, bore the engine over 10, surface the block and the head just to make sure. And I buy all the valve stuff, but I have them put it in because I'm lazy. So I have them put in new valves, valve seats, valve guides, valve springs. The keepers are just about the only thing I keep. And, of course, lap the valves, do all that. And, yeah, I put new piston, ring, rod, everything new inside. So I usually have about $400 in machining and then about $200 in a gasket kit. And then I usually have like $150, $200 in other stuff, just miscellaneous stuff that doesn't come with kits and other things I have to buy. So I have, $800 in an engine when I'm done, but it's brand new. I'm going to get a 74 JD70 in the morning. Nice, nice. Oh, I do have a 14 horse Kohler that needs rebuilt. I think I'm going to have it built for pulling. What are you going to put it in? I need to rebuild the one in my 110. Is that a 10 or an 8? Out of time, thumbs up. Okay. Yeah. If you're going to... Oh, I got another comment. Oh, I got 2 more comments. Once you get done with that patio, what would you list it for if you were going to? Oh, well, I wouldn't sell it, so I'm going to put that out there first right now. But if someone showed up, my out of the world crazy ass price that I would probably take for it would probably be like $6,000. It's probably not, well, not probably, it's not going to be worth that, but find another one. And yeah, I would, it's a pain in the butt to find the 70 H3 patios, so I would not sell it. It's even more of a pain in the butt to redo it. But if somebody showed up with a pocket that's deeper than their brain bucket and wanted it, I think $6,000 would be my number, because I'm probably going to have 3 in it, in redoing it, plus the tractor and my time. Oh, I'm way behind. So either a 60 or 70 restore, sell at auction for almost 1,000. Yep. Once they're restored, some people pay out the ass for them if they want them. Good question. I'll get some good. Get some in it. Okay. Gosh darn, I'm getting mine for $60. Well, that's a 70. Those things aren't worth nothing. They're not a garden tractor. They're just a little lawnmower. Oh, 70s are hard to find too. Well, kinda. I find them more often than I find 140 patios, though. Yeah. I never got into the lawn stuff. I'd rather the heavier duty garden tractors. So, you know, the 111s, the 60, 70, that kind of stuff. I've never been interested in any of that stuff. So are the 60s. Yeah. 60s and 70s. I see them. I probably see a half a dozen or a dozen of them each a year. And they never struck my interest. I was going to get one of each when I wanted one of each John Deere model, but I've given up that because I'm smarter now. So I'm not interested. Me too, just wanted one. This tractor here is probably going to be the only one that I keep that I don't use a ton. My side tag 112 I'm redoing. I think I'm just going to sell because I don't really have any interest in having it. I haven't found a 68 side tag 110 hydraulic to match it, so I'll probably just get rid of it. As soon as I do that, I'll find the 68 110 hydraulic, but oh well. So are the 70 140 HD patios hard to find, more so than 69? Oh yeah, the 69s are, well, I'll put it this way. Anybody can buy a 69 140 H3 that's green and paint it white and say it's patio, and technically it's correct because the type codes are all the same. So there's tons of 69 patios out there. Nobody knows whether they're factory or not unless they're original or one owner or something. But the 70, they did the type code that way. So there's far less of them. By that point, they had already figured out, hey, these aren't selling super good. We're going to make less. And so, yeah, the 70 H3 patios, I haven't seen maybe half a dozen of them in the last year or two. They're not out there. They're out there, but they're not out there as much as a 69. The 69 patios, that's why they're less valuable. Ooh. When I get, it's going to be Johnny Popper. Really want an 830 diesel. Oh, save your money on those. Them things is bringing some dollars right now. Not as many as they used to, but dang, that was just expensive. I want a D or a G so bad. I really like the G. We have a D and a G. And I actually bought the D because my dad wanted one. And I don't really like it, so I sold it to him. I would like to have a G, though. The G is definitely my favorite. A G would be cool. We got a G for sale if anybody wants one. Actually, my uncle's thinking he might keep it now, but man, that's sweet. Oh, shoot. I got a good one. Got a 620. We also have a 60 with a power block. Yeah, we got propanes. We got 60, 70, 520, 620, 720, 530, 730, B. I think that's all our propanes. And then we've got some other ones. I would also love a BO. Yeah. We've had a lot of them. I've always collected the 2 cylinders also a little bit, but they're more expensive, more expensive to work on. They take up a lot of room, and when it's muddy out, you can't do squat with them. That's what I was thinking, Blake. But I was just going to be quiet. Not to mention B, H, and A. Yup, we got 2 or 3 A's, several B's, a D, a couple G's, an H, no M or R. We've got lots of them between me and my dad and my brother and my uncle. Well, we were going to do a video on the big tractors, but we haven't done a picture taking them all out in the yard for a while. But we've had some family issues this spring, so we haven't had time. I was going to take all the garden tractors out also and get pictures, but we've just had some other things happen, so we haven't done anything like that. And then farm nothings. Ew-wee, ew-wee. Man, you need to do a video on the big tractors. Hey, love your videos. Thanks. Yeah, I would like to get all the farm tractors, garden tractors, snowmobiles. My brother's got 3 snowmobiles. My dad's got 1, John Deere ones. I got 2 Yamahas. And I'm picky. I'm looking for a 1973 600 snowmobile. Other than that, not super interested in buying just any of them. But yeah, I've got 26 garden tractors, 1 farm tractor, and then that Craftsman thingy you see up there. And my brother's got 3 or 4 farm tractors, 3 snowmobiles. My dad's got a garden tractor, bunches of 2-cylinders, snowmobile. We got all kinds of stuff. What kind of trucks you like? We like the best. We have Fords. Turn fuel up on my, oh boy. Man, does it smoke now. But it pulls good. Got a D60 Komoda diesel in it. Thumbs down, Komoda, wrong color. Do you have any John Deere chainsaws? Yep, we got a chainsaw, a weed eater, several push mowers. Oh hell, what else do we have? We got lots of random stuff. We like the John Deere things. I'm with Clark. I can't stand farm nothings. As I tell people, tractors are like traffic lights. When they're green, you just keep on going, keep using them. But once they turn red, you just got to stop because they won't go no more. I want everybody to start using that too because, well, international people need to be taken down a notch or 2 or 3 or 4 because they think they're special. You have Ford. We are not going to talk about IH engines Ford used in their Navistar. Yeah, Ha ha ha. I got a 95 and a 99. So what do you have? So let me guess. Dodge. Or do you like the bow tie flavor? Transmission fallout or engine fallouts? Which do you like? If you don't like Fords. Yeah, you. What's your flavor? Bird all the way. Well, we got Clark over here with John Deere and Ford. Heck yeah. Hey Mike, do you know why Kubotas are orange? Because they're junk. It's because when you try, hey, come back, to sell them, they stand out, out better on the side of the road. Yep. Ford the best. Yep, we got another Ford guy. Hey, I like you people. Can't beat a Ford flipping Ranger. Well, I mean, you can in my business because it's kind of hard to tow a gooseneck with a Ford Ranger safely without lots of modifications. I do like the Cummins swapped dually Ford Ranger that somebody built, but looks expensive. started collecting Suburbans 2 years back. Also have Dave Bradley stuff. Are we talking Sears Suburbans or Chevy Suburbans? I just don't see a lot here. Either way, I don't like them that much. Hey, come back. But I'll jump on anything with the right vintage. I got a friend of mine that likes the Sears tractors, but they're just not the best. Never said I didn't like Fords. Oh, good. Whew, you had me scared. But you hate on all IH, but Ford used IH engine. But yeah, I love Rams too. I like the Dodge engines. I love Dodge engines. The Cummins engine, which isn't Dodge's, but you know, and love the Hemis, the Hellcats. But just Dodge didn't do a very good job with the rest of their trucks. You know, I wouldn't mind having like a Challenger or something as a daily, but nah, I like what's best. Massey and Deere, 12 valve. Put a hitch on the roof. What? Must be talking about Ford Rangers with gooseneck trailers or something. JD inferred all the way. We don't talk about my father's gay man's car. Yeah. Sears. I know I'm behind on comments. I'm trying to get through them here. Never really liked Sears. A friend of mine has several. And I do like their transmissions. They have Peerless 6-speed in it. Well, 3-speed with high-low. But the tractors just aren't built heavy. And I mean, they're decent for just tinkering around. But at the end of the day, it's a throwaway tractor. You ordered a Sears garden tractor out of the Sears catalog. And you know, anything you order out of a Sears catalog isn't the best quality. So, I mean, I will give Sears and Roebuck credit. I got a blade from them right there, and I do like it better than the Brindley. You can't turn it around backwards to back blade, but otherwise I like it better. But I don't like the Sears stuff. It's just not heavy enough. And they felt special. They had to do their own 3-point setup, which was dumb. Rams are almost all crappy. Yeah. John Deere has some of the garden tractors. But would you stop doing that? Yelling at my phone, guys. A lot of overcomplicated parts. Well, Deere, just like International and every other brand, had to make their stuff so that you had to buy parts from them, which, yeah, it's a pain in the butt. But everybody does that, all the big-time companies, because it's a marketing thing. That means you have to spend money with them. You can't just go to TSC. Fair? Phone, we're going to have an issue. My dad has an 03 Ram with 288,000 miles and 6-speed trans. Probably a diesel. Yeah, my gas has almost 300,000, my 95 Ford. And my Ford diesel has almost 400,000, still going strong. Got a Ranger with 600K on the original engine and trans. Now that's pretty darn good. Must have been taken care of. Yeah, 5.9. I like the 5.9 Cummins. If Ford had used a Cummins, then man, that'd be an awesome truck. I really like the Cummins engines. They get better fuel mileage, and well, than the 7.3 does anyway. And got a 7.3 with 400K. Yep, mine's got near 400 too. We feel like everyone else just fighted from a 3-point design. Yeah. Got a 7.3 with 200K on it. Also a 6-speed. Oh, I wish mine was a 6-speed. It's got the stupid automatic. A Cummins and a Ford. Yeah, a Fummins. I've thought about building one, but I just don't have the time or the money or the energy or any of that. Grandpa has a 15 Ram 3500 with 39K on it. Wow. Doesn't drive it much. Probably has had more check engine lights than a BMW. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Not a big fan of those. I don't really like the Dodge 1500s, the new ones. They are pieces of crap. Not that the Chevy 1500s are any better. And honestly, I'm not even a big fan of the Ford F-150s nowadays. I want to put a Cummins in a 6.4. Call it. Naturally. Cummins is a puller. We used a lot of Dodges in cattle work and hay hauling. Yep, I do like the Cummins engine, but I hate the rest of the truck. I like the first, second, and third gens. They all look decent. You can make them all look decent anyway. But the first gens, oh boy, don't even get me started. Second gens are nice, except for the transmissions fall out and, well, the front ends just fall apart randomly going down the road and have death wobble every 4 seconds. Third gens are getting a little better. Still had some transmission issues from what I understand. The fourth gens just don't look as good. Got an 86 F-150, 302, bolted to a 4-speed auto. Yeah, I don't like the automatics. My daily driver's a 95 with a 5-speed in it. And I like that truck. It's pretty nice. I get sick of the stupid automatic shifting when it's not supposed to, or not shifting when it should. Oh, third gen had a steering issue too? Gee, I'm so surprised. Not a Dodge guy. Don't know all the stuff about them, but I'm definitely not going to buy one. I've thought about, I even was looking at an F450, I think, that was Cummins swapped, but it was a 12 valve, and it had no performance mods. And so a freaking 12 valve Cummins is not powerful enough to be a tow rig stock. And really, if you soup it up, it's not going to really be reliable. So it just seems like a dumb thing to put in there. The stock 7.3 would have had twice the power and torque. I'm a manual guy. Yep, me too. I don't like the automatics. My diesel's an automatic, but too expensive to swap it, and I can't find a manual nowhere. That's what I want, so I'm just going to hang on to it for now, I guess. Brother has second gen Cummins with built auto. He abuses it, never let him down. A friend of mine in high school had a second gen with a 5-speed, and he had more issues out of that thing than you would have had out of a freaking Kia. Oh my goodness, he was always having problems. What a piece of junk. Of course, he abused it too, but yeah. I'd rather have a Ford. Honda cars are decent for just a little beater or a daily, but I don't like any of the Chevy stuff, except some of the older stuff. Square body Chevys are decent, but they're still not as good as a Ford. I don't mind some of the newer Dodge stuff. $12 pretty powerful engine, more powerful than a 7.3. No, it ain't. You must be smoking something, pal. I'd have a Mustang. I wouldn't mind having a Mustang, but they're kind of. If I had a car though, I'd want something with real good gas mileage, and a Mustang is fun, but it's not the best fuel mileage you'll ever see. If I buy a car, it'll probably be like a Honda or something. Gets 40 miles to the gallon. I can drive something stupid for that. You're going to use stainless steel bolts on your patio? I was not planning on it. I was just going to paint the bolts and clear coat them so that they don't rust. Ford has the best AC. Well, that's funny because neither of the ACs in my trucks work, but you know, they do need recharged, and I've just been too lazy to do it. EGR on a new diesel is a request for destruction. Yes, it is. Everything on the new diesels is. I hate all that garbage. Inline engines got V-blocks, beat, and torque. I could see Mike driving a Prius. Well, I don't think I would do that because, well, I'd look really dumb. But yeah, AC is overrated, especially when you got the little vent windows. You don't need no AC. But back to the Prius thing here. I did find a smart car like a year and a half ago, and I should have bought it immediately. But I didn't think about it. I'm like, but it's a smart car. And then when I went back to look later, gone. But it was a 5-speed manual, or it might have been a 6-speed, I don't remember. Diesel smart car. And the dude said it got like 85 miles to the gallon. And I don't care how stupid I look for 85 miles to the gallon. That was right in the height of Biden when diesel was like $7. Boy, I should have bought that. But oh well. If I get a car, be a Pontiac, Fiero, or Trans Am. I like my trucks, but sometimes a little car would be nice for fuel mileages, especially during this Biden garbage when fuel's outrageously expensive. No way, 85 to the gallon. Well, the darn thing had a 4-cylinder diesel in it and a 5 or 6-speed. I don't remember. But you know, a smart car only weighs like 1,000 pounds. So it doesn't have no weight. The engine ain't got to work. So, man, 85 miles to the gallon. I'd drive the hell out of a smart car for that. Especially if it's a diesel 5-speed. I'm going to look for one right now. Okay, well, let me know if you find one, because I have not been able to find a diesel manual smart car since. Friends of ours has 2nd-gen Cummins dually dump truck. Out the driveway, sideways till the neighbor's driveway. I see. It's sideways. Come back here, comments. My dad's truck didn't see much use when diesel was 7. I wonder why. Gee, yeah, I freaking don't know. None of mine saw a whole lot of use either. Quit working on diesels around 2010. They don't seem to be getting any better. They can be fixed, but it costs consumers to make mods. Oh yeah. I don't think I'd ever want to buy a new vehicle because they just have so much electronic garbage and bull crap on them. It's not really worth buying a new vehicle because they don't last. You got to constantly have the electronic garbage fixed. And I think it's probably meant to be that way. Whatever. We've almost been on here for an hour. Ding dang. Well, what time does that mean it is? 5:15. All right. Oh, getting 4,000 comments. All right, y'all. Gotta head out. All right, see you later, Clark. Have a good one. Oh, more comments here. Also had a 2nd-gen 12 valve. It's constantly breaking things. In the driveline, he's getting more things done to it. Fixing breaking U-joints now. Well, when you modify them, yeah, you gotta modify everything else. Uncle's Honda Fit has a 6-speed manual, and boy, does she get down. How many MPGs sucker get? Chainsaws even have computers now? Yeah. The dang manufacturers, I'm blaming the government again, because, well, Biden, don't know how to make nothing without a dang computer in it. You can't, if you buy a new truck, you can't work on it unless you have 4,000 degrees, college stings and that, in computerized stuff. It's just a bunch of bull crap and ridiculousness. Didn't ask that. What didn't you ask? Oh, I remember. Okay. Had to go back in the comments. Don't mind me. I'm off on a tangent with a different comment. I had to go look. My memory's about as good as Biden's anymore. After that China virus crap, I can't remember nothing. 12 hours putting 500 to the wheels. Had that sideways half a mile already. It appears their stuff. I noticed. That's why I like the vintage, no government. Yeah. That's why, my newest thing is my truck. It's a 99. Actually, I think probably my trailer's an 01. But my newest tractor is probably that 86 210 over there. Dang straight. I like old things because they are fixable. That is true. I will 100% agree with that. Anything old is fixable and usable. I tell everybody, I don't care if it's a Ford, Chevy, Dodge, whatever. If there's a 1980 truck sitting in the weeds in 50 years, somebody's going to pull it out and get it running. But in 50 years, if there's a 2020 truck sitting in the weeds, everybody's just going to leave it there because they don't have a computer degree to try to get the darn thing to run. And not made of paper, yeah. I kind of like Ford's aluminum beds because, all the old 90s trucks just rust away if you look at them sideways with salt in your hand. That economy tractor you have, got a 302, needs built. Usually reliable. Geez, Blake 302 and Farrah King, interesting. Just what you guys need to do. Well, I know what the next YouTube project on Blake's channel is going to be. This poor 216, I need to get it out, pressure wash it off, get it running again. It hasn't run since last year, just after the restoration. I took it out, took pictures, and parked it. I don't want a 4BT swap something. Well, you know, just buy a 430 or something. See if you can stuff on that in there. I don't think you're going to have very good luck. Or maybe even a 420, 430, something like that. You know. Hey. Boy. Changed camera angle again here. Been that way for a while. $56. Oh, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, what are you doing there, stupid thing? Quit that. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just arguing with my dang old this thing here. Get a farm nothing M or H and swap 4BT in it. That would be kind of cool. The farm nothings are gutless. We rebuilt farm nothing H. It's a vocational school for a friend of mine. And boy, oh boy, with a brand new engine, sleeves, pistons, everything. Completely rebuilt, brand new engine. Good night, nerves. The dang thing was still gutless as heck. And yes, we did it right. We're not dumb as a stump. Now, if John was in that class with us, I'd question if it was done right. But no, we didn't let any of the riffraff in the class touch it. Gutless. What have you done to it? They can pull a whole house off its foundation. No, they can't. An H is a gutless piece of crap. All them things are horrible. Thing didn't even have enough power to take off in high gear. You had to do fifth, and then, or no, it was only a 5-speed. You had to take off in fourth, and then shift 5. I think it's 5-speed. I can't remember how many gears it was. Anyway, road gear, it was too gutless to take off in. Ferguson have lots of power. Not a big fan of those. You want lots of torque and lots of power, get yourself like a John Deere G or a D or a big 2-cylinder. Boy, oh boy, those things will run. Not when they're running right. Guys were putting 4 between Jeeps years back. Well, somebody ought to do that again. Probably break the Jeep in half. Well, you have that with anything. I'm really impressed with the G last fall. We did. I don't know if I ever filmed it for plowing or for dragging logs or not, but we were having issues with our G. Wasn't getting fuel. We've since fixed it. It had shit in the gas tank that was plugging things up, but it would run at an idle all day. Couldn't throttle it up because it used too much fuel. Couldn't get enough through the sediment bowl. And man, we were dragging some logs with that sucker up the hill at an idle in first, second, third gear. Man, that thing's a beast. Got a Super H as well. It was used for pulling. Pulling what, a lawnmower wagon? I think a 110 with an 8-horse would pull a house off its foundation better than a farm nothing. Yeah, if you could get the traction. But, you know, with these garden tractors with a gear drive in them, if you can get enough traction, you will have the power, because first gear is low, low, low. Freaking, we'd have slow races with them, me and John. Good night, nerves. You put it first gear at an idle, it'd take us 10 minutes, 15 minutes to go across his pad. It's just right by his shop there. Man, oh man, them things, they're slow in first gear. Yeah, pulling a sled. He would do burnouts with his one pulling tractor. That's called spinning out. He was really into pulling, yeah. I'm really into pulling a plow. Pulling your tractor is just hard on everything. Bad for it. Breaks things. Third's fast. You saying that's only a 3-speed? No, them farm nothings are more than a 3-speed. I know that. I know it was at least a 4, I think. Had high road gear in it though, that farm nothing H. Bought a 50-55 5 years ago for my 18 acres. Hey, come back. Why'd you do that? And it's been on my best friend. It's been my best friend. Always showed up for work. Kind of shred the neighbor's 25 acres later. He was into pulling it across the finish line. No, yeah. He'd actually do donuts with it to cut the tires down for pulling. I don't know if I quite believe that. It'll be paid off this year. Huh. Talking about John Deere garden tractors. Oh, yeah. On garden tractors, 4th is fast on the John Deeres. You got 1, which is creeper, and then you got 2, 3, 4. 4th is the high gear. Unless you're looking at a 63 or 4 round fender. Well, hillbilly. That says anything. Call him hillbilly. Well, that doesn't say a whole lot. People call me hillbilly too. Go ahead and change her up a little more again. So here's a question for y'all. What kind of videos do you like seeing the best? Get you a new topic we can argue over. Oh boy, here's the comments. Well, maybe him at 4th. Then it's been a while since I drove my 214. Oh, yeah. Most people think they're a 3-speed because 1st is blocked out if it's got the plastic lockout on it. You have to flip the piece up to use 1st because it's so slow. They did that so you wouldn't get into it. Come back, comments. Will it runs? Okay. Or all of them. Will it starts? Will it start? Well, okay. So everybody likes will it starts. Well, duly noted. Does that mean everybody has seen chisel sticks? I don't know what the most recent one that's been gone up is. Probably that 430 Gravely over there. Y'all all seen that video? You know, the one that is not usable. You gotta get some will it start videos? Okay. Yeah, when I have them, I definitely do them. Oh, here's a question for y'all. Here's a question. I got one for you. Yes. I'm assuming that means he's seen that video. So, let me show you something here. My dad bought this snowmobile over the weekend. Anybody want to see us try and get that thing to start? She's rough. Yes, yes, okay. More yeses. Hey, get back in your home there, friend. More yeses. Okay, well, I suppose we're going to have to do that eventually. I still got the 814 over in the shop, the Gravely, and the 112 and the 212 are over there for restorations. But we'll eventually try and get to that thing, see if we can get her to fire. All right, gotta go. See you later. Have a good one. Oh, crap on a coconut. Come back here. Being new, small engine, GD. Down with thing that. Come back here. plethora of stuff that was made, including implements, etc. Hey Mike, how do you take the hydraulic levers off an H3? Oh boy, he's asking me questions. I can actually respond. See, all right, to answer your question, all these levers just run in through here, and you see, you probably can't see that, where the squat. Let's see if I turn on the light. There's a set screw right here. Take that out, pull this off, and then these two should come off. I don't think these two shouldn't have set screws, I don't think. But the two of them might have set screws too. Some of them do on the newer stuff, but I don't think these do. So you'll need to remove that set screw, pull this off the shaft, which will make the outside lever come off, or you can pull the outside lever out. So this lever is the biggest one, and this one's inside of this one, and this one's inside of this one. And so once all three of these are off, you can just pull all three levers right out. Explained it, but basically you take this set screw off and you should be able to take everything apart. Hopefully that wasn't too blurry and you could actually see what I was showing you. But yeah. All right, thanks. Yep. People's making racket out there again. What the heck is today? Today's the 3rd, ain't it? What y'all think? Should we do a live tomorrow for the 4th of July if we have time? Probably everybody's off. I don't know what the current plan for tomorrow is, but probably find time someplace for a live. Yep, do a live. Okay. The cat in the chair. Yeah, he's the shop cat. He's special. He'll ride around on the tractors with me because he's, yeah. I don't know how to describe him. He's just special. He's a chump. That's chump. 4th live stream. All right. See, but he's a chump. In a minute, he'll chomp if I continue to pet him. Or sometimes if I stop petting him, he'll chomp. Goofy cat. Well, guys, we've been after it for an hour. I want to continue moving and get some other stuff going too. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this live short here in a few minutes. So if you got any other questions, let me know and we'll get to them. But I would like to start thinking about getting off. Wait. Okay, I'm waiting. But I would like to start thinking about getting off here. Plenty warm in this building, if you couldn't guess, because it's 90 degrees out here. Hey, I feel cool air coming in under this door. An hour ago, it was hotter than heck out here. Actually, it's not too bad out there now. I'll open the door. All right, Blake, what am I waiting for? I want to turn that off, just so it doesn't mess us up. How hard is it to find the hydrostatic lever sensor switch? Well, don't know. I've never tried to find one. Evident. Do I bypass it? Yes. I bypass it. I wouldn't even put it in if I was you personally. It's kind of a dumb thing to have. I bypass all the safeties because they never work. And they're just a royal pain in the butt. So, in my opinion, you should bypass all of the safeties. Out of time. Okay, Mike, nice stream, enjoyed it. Well, thanks. I bypass every safety in them when I rewire them and redo them. On my 216 that I rewired, no safeties. This tractor over here that I rewired, no safeties. The Gravely I rewired, no safeties. I hate safeties. That Gravely over there I rewired, no safeties. I don't think it ever had any safeties though, to be honest. But, yep, bypass all the safeties if I was you. The only safety I usually leave is the PTO safety on the hydros. And, I mean, it's just kind of nice to have, especially if you got younger people around that don't know. If I had your workspace, I'd be dangerous. Yep, I'm dangerous, that's for sure. Heard you told Mike about the correspondence with the HP for the engines. Oh, told Steve. Heard you told Steve about the Carter number corresponds with the HP for the engine. Are we talking about carburetors? Carter carburetors? Yeah. Steve actually told me about that. I ignore that completely. He told me he wasn't sure, and I forgot, so I'm not terribly worried about it. I just use whatever carburetor's on the tractor, and if it doesn't have one, I just buy a new one. Which one corresponds with 14 horse? No clue, but I bet we could probably find out somewhere along the lines. I'll have to keep an eye out. Maybe I'll do some research and find out and post in the community tab which numbers correspond to which horsepower tractors. But yeah, Steve told me too, and I can't remember. I can't remember nothing. But thanks for attending the live, everybody that's here. I see the numbers are going back up. It was starting to come down. But everybody, thanks for joining and following along. He's the one who wanted the estate rake. Yes, he is. He bought one. Thanks, everybody, for following along. And hope you enjoy future videos. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell thing so it tells you when I'm live and when I upload. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for being here.